Welcome to the Onion Buns. So for this episode, we have 4 videos. We have Mark Carney destroying the rainforest, Mark Carney proven wrong on the cost of living, the food banks of Toronto, just a really depressing look at what's happening in Toronto, and this is happening across Canada, and Mark Carney word salad on the economy. So as I said, we're just going to keep doing Mark Carney until he stops lying or is gone. So anyway, before we get to all that, if you like the content I make, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to grow the channel, and likes and subscribes are the easiest way to grow the channel. And if you do like the content I make, please share it. Share it, and if somebody else likes it, they like it. If they don't, they don't, and we move on. No harm, no foul. So anyway, let's get started down this rabbit hole this week. So here's a quick video on what I was talking about. Mark Carney destroying the rainforest. Just take a look at this. Nothing I can say can upsell it to you. You just have to take a look.
Mark Carney has traveled around the globe promoting carbon taxes, styling himself a champion of the environment. But what is Mark Carney's real environmental record? As chair of Brookfield Asset Management, his company was responsible for the deforestation of 9,000 hectares of land in Brazil, right on the border with the Amazon rainforest. That's well over 22,000 acres of wilderness destroyed. And the report found that Carney's deforestation of the land was equivalent to the CO2 produced by 1.2 million flights between New York and London. Also, Mark Carney's multi-billion-dollar company can make a few extra bucks. That's right. While Mark Carney was demanding that you pay more because you're destroying the planet, he was profiting off the destruction of one of the world's most vital and delicate habitats. Mark Carney is no environmentalist, he's a pathological liar. He cannot be trusted to put Canada and our environment ahead of his own personal profits.
So there you see it. See it for yourself. He can claim to care about the environment. He's only interested in his own personal profit. He will destroy, deforest, destroy anything to make a dollar. Unless it's for Canada, at which case then suddenly it's not good for Canada. Now, I absolutely fundamentally disagree with deforesting the Amazon rainforest. As I said before, it should be a protected land. No business, I don't care who you are, should be allowed in there to deforest it. But that's what he did, and he didn't blink an eye. And no, it wasn't only that. He built pipelines for Saudi. He sold coal to the Chinese, but U.S. coal, all the while pushing his net zero scam in Canada, hurting Canadian jobs, killing off Canadian jobs. 300,000 mid-level oil field jobs gone, poof, because him and Justin don't like Alberta, don't like oil, don't like gas. I would be really interested to see what type of portfolios they have in the alternative energy sector. Like how much money do they make from selling solar panels, wind turbines, and all the other stuff? I think that would be very telling. Anyway, you can see it for yourself. It's pretty obvious to all. All right, here we go with another brain dead comment from Mark Carney. This was in the leadership debate. Well, it wasn't a debate. They stood up at their podiums and they just agreed with each other and congratulated each other, and there was no debate to be had. I shared a image. I'll reshare the image before I show you the video of all the topics that they did not talk about in the leadership debates. It's mind-numbing. But anyway, we got a short video here of Carney making an absolutely stupid comment in the leadership debate, and then we have quotes from real Canadians. So take a look.
One of the reasons why families have a hard time to afford their groceries is because we haven't had productivity. I'm
in the process right now looking for a fourth job.
Many people are working multiple jobs trying to keep themselves afloat.
Hustling. I have like 3 different jobs and I'm in school.
Kids who eat like this at a young age, it's like I want to be able to feed them without being very scared.
Like I make pretty decent money, but I'm still paycheck to paycheck.
The average family of 4 expected to spend about another $800 for basically the same basket of groceries.
People are trying to keep their lights on, pay their rent. They're seeing a record number of working poor.
Price of groceries, very high, very expensive.
Can't afford gas, food, rent on minimum wage, right? People can barely do it on like $30 an hour.
productivity. productivity.
Yeah, so this is quickly becoming the problem for Carney. The big problem is he keeps saying stuff that is easily disproved, but that's all he's got. Other than the hate the orange man in America, the Liberals and the NDP and the Greens, they have nothing. They can't run on the record because their record is abysmal. It's terrible. Trudeau was the worst prime minister in Canadian histories. And Carney, for the last 5 years, was his economic advisor telling him to do all this stuff. So yeah, I'm going to keep showing this stuff until it gets through everyone's head. Anyway, so this is kind of depressing. Well, this is very depressing, actually. This little video you're about to see is the lineup in Toronto for the food bank today. This is the results. This is the real results, not the fabricated, not the spun, not the manipulated, not the mainstream media covering it up. This is video of the real results of Mark Carney, Justin Trudeau, Christina Freeland, Jagmeet Singh, Elizabeth I Fall Down Nightly May fiscal records over the last 5 years. This is the result. And honestly, this can be seen Canada-wide, in every major city Canada-wide. 10 years ago under Harper, this didn't exist. Now this is commonplace. And anyone with a heart, a soul, a brain should be very disappointed and very depressed about this. Again, 10 years ago under Prime Minister Stephen Harper, we didn't see this. We had food banks, obviously. We had poor, obviously, but it wasn't like that. That is a result of Justin Trudeau, Mark Carney, Christina Freeland, Jagmeet Singh, Elizabeth I Fall Down Nightly May, and their fiscal record. This is how they've destroyed Canada, and people need to wake up to it. So, hey, we got a great one now. It's an unedited video, so you could almost say it was a campaign ad. But Mark Carney talking in circles and circles and circles, just word salad. He's not saying anything, and it's him talking. It's not edited so that he's being misrepresented. He said all of this, and this is what he meant. But yeah, it's just him talking. This is Mark Carney when he doesn't really want to talk about something. So anyway, sit back and enjoy this.
I'm trying to explain a bit of how the economy works. One of the issues,
you so much.
It may help.
Our economy is stronger than the American economy in the medium term.
Our economy was weak
February
before
25th.
we got to the point of these threats from President Trump. I'm trying to explain it.
Okay, but you acknowledge that the consumer would pay more at some point.
Well, the consumer is already paying more.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, the consumer is already paying more. How the economy works. What the big companies are producing, by and large, are not products that we are consuming. There's some element of that, but by and large, a steel company.
Yeah, who uses steel anymore? I mean, nobody uses steel. Like, this guy is so fucking stupid.
How much steel are you using these days, Todd? I'm trying to explain a bit of how the economy works.
Biggest supplier of semiconductors. We supply almost all their semiconductors. That whole, everybody in the White House.
There is Canada, right there. Does that look like we supply all of their semiconductors? Vietnam, over 5 billion. Canada? I guess that would be what, maybe 200 million? Somewhere around there?
It's a tech bro, except for Trump. They all need semiconductors. They all come from Canada. Maybe they won't.
You really can't take anything he says as truth. He just lies. He tries to play to the audience he's talking to, but he's too fucking stupid to understand in this day and age, just because he's talking to that audience doesn't mean all this audience over here doesn't also hear his lies and go, wait a second, that's not what you said last week. We saw it with the economy. It's like February 25th. He says the economy is horrible. It's terrible. It's doing really bad. A week later, he's like, our economy's stronger than the American economy. We have a super economy. I don't know how many times this has to be shown that Mark Carney is a pathological liar. He has no clue what he's fucking talking about. He really doesn't. He just talks and talks and talks and talks. And I know I'm getting tired of it. I hope other people are getting tired of it. I've said before and I'll say again, Canada needs to get rid of the Liberals, the NDP, the Greens. And I wish we could get rid of the Bloc, but that's a Quebec thing. And really, Canada doesn't factor into that. You know, we need a new government. We need a responsible government. We need an adult government. And that's all I have for you today. If you like my video, please leave a like and subscribe. I'm trying to grow the channel, and likes and subscribes are the easiest way to grow the channel. If you didn't like the video, leave a dislike, leave a comment. Don't worry, I don't swing my cane very strongly if I dislike your comment. And as always, pew 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 and shit. Thanks for watching. Bye.